Okay, I saw what I made in 2017 at the end of the year. It was a few $1,000s.
Okay, and you had one beat up old truck.
Yeah.
And now this year you have 4 new trucks, and you're driving a Diamond Platinum?
I'm driving an F-250 turbo diesel Platinum. It's the top of the line vehicle. And this is my dream truck.
That's your dream truck.
I started out with a truck that I bought for $6,500 that I spent more money in repairs than what I actually did on the vehicle in itself. What I made in 2017 at the end of the year, it was a few $1,000s. I built an empire in a year. Last year, if you asked me, $15,000 sounded like a lot of money to me.
Here's something that not a lot of guys know about yet, and this is gonna, some of these guys are gonna agree, some of them are gonna disagree with me, but Gary Vaynerchuk said it in between the lines. If you can't make money now, today, in this economy, this business doesn't run itself for this year.
You have to prepare for the future.
So we're at the World of Concrete, and we're going to talk about how in one single year you were able to completely transform. And you said, your words to me verbatim were, you built an empire in a year.
I built an empire in a year. We're talking 115 hours a week, 7 days a week, non-stop, eat, sleep, breathe, the hustle.
6 months you went without taking a day off.
Without one day off, we're talking 6 months without taking a single day off. I had to sacrifice a lot. I lost my relationship, but you do what you got to do if you want to pursue the dream. It's not going to be easy. No one ever said it was going to be easy.
So wait, what are you doing now? So you started out mowing lawns. What exactly are you doing now?
Okay, so right now I'm talking full interior. We're doing demolition work for interior, exterior. We're doing full landscape design. We're doing full landscape installs. I still do offer maintenance, okay? Now I'm doing commercial real estate. Okay, when I say that I was able to flip 2 houses this year, okay? We're talking interior, exterior, full gut. Every part of that job was done by my guys.
So you're building a commercial building right now.
Yes.
We're rehabbing it?
Absolutely. So we're taking a 100-year-old building. Okay, we're going in demolition in every single unit, room by room by room, everything down to nothing, down to the bones. Then we're taking the bones, and then we're restructuring new bones. We're just leaving the shell, and we're going in and we're rebuilding an entire building.
Okay, how did you learn how to do all this stuff, Greg?
Okay, well, so I basically started when I was at a very young age. About 8 years old, I basically started with whole contracting, with just around that realm of construction. Okay, I started going towards it more and more with my future. It's like started mowing lawns for just people in the neighborhood. Okay, I then ended up wanting to pursue that a step further. I went to school at West Virginia University for landscape architecture. I got my degree in landscape architecture. After I graduated college, I then got into the union in New York City as a union carpenter. Okay, I was doing union carpentry work, and that's in the winter time. Now, when landscaping's out of season, that's what I was doing full time. You can't rely on Mother Nature whether you're going to feed your family or not throughout the year. So landscaping is seasonal. When landscaping's out of season, I'd be doing all construction and carpentry work in New York City.
Okay.
So I then started working with a landscape contractor for 6 months. Okay, I worked for a landscape construction company. Right after that, when the winter hit, I said, I cannot sit here any longer and worry about my income throughout the winter if I'm going to be eating all year long. I then, in the spring, instantly, the second I started, this was 2017, I started my own landscaping company.
Okay, so what I want you guys to really hear is the amount of dedication that you have to building your empire. The commitment that you made. So
it is all or nothing. It's all or nothing. It's about how bad
important.
You really want it.
Okay, so that's a secret that I've seen other people that are hyper successful use. So do you have a college degree?
Absolutely.
Okay, so where do you have your college degree?
West Virginia University.
West Virginia.
For bachelor's in landscape architecture.
So you used that college degree to build your business. So could you have done it without that college degree?
I would say it's I gotta say, just because of the degree and saying like, oh yeah, you're a designer, a landscape designer, you have that paperwork that follows out, you're carrying your words, rather than the other guy on the job that just says, hey, yeah, I do landscape design, rather than, hey, I actually have an education in it, I do AutoCAD work, I do full 3D renderings. Offering services like that, it sells itself a lot quicker.
Okay, so one of the things that I don't want to stop you guys is that piece of paper, because I'm going to guess not a single one of your customers ever asked to see your college degree. But what that college degree has given you is an advantage of professionalism above and beyond your competition.
It's strength behind you. You want to sell yourself on a job, you're selling yourself on the job, but that college degree is right behind you, okay, backing up your words. You're not just trying to sell yourself. They say, okay, this kid actually knows what he's talking about. He got an education for it, and he was that dedicated to take his career to the next level.
Okay, so I'm going to agree with you, but I'm also going to let these guys know that they can accomplish the same thing with or without that college degree.
Now, I often tell myself, okay, I started my business when I was 23 years old. I'm now 25, okay? if I did not go to college, I would have been a lot richer than what I have right now, because I'd be 4 years ahead. 4 years, started my business earlier, which what I was able to accomplish in 2 years was just astronomical, because I'm doing, I told you, finished carpentry work down to all electrical and plumbing, every aspect that you can cover.
You started out last year, you were just cutting lawns, you're probably doing what,
Yeah.
150, 200,000 or so? Or
Less than that, well less than that.
And now you're
yeah, I
doing-
saw what I made in 2017 at the end of the year. It was a few $1,000s.
Okay, and you had one beat up old truck,
Yeah.
and now this year you have 4 new trucks, and you're driving a Diamond Platinum?
I'm driving an F250 turbo diesel Platinum. It's the top of the line vehicle.
And that
And
was
this is
your
my dream truck.
That's your dream
I
truck.
started out with a truck that I bought for $6,500 that I spent more money in repairs than what I actually did on the vehicle in itself. You know?
And what are you doing, over $1 million a year now?
Yeah, I'm just about that. Just for my second year, I just did just about 1 million. I'm projected to even double that this coming 2019. I got a lot of goals.
So you're going for $2 million in 2019.
Oh, absolutely. That was
so
my,
your journey was not even 100,000 2 years ago to $1 million.
Last year,
to $2 million.
Last year, if you asked me, $15,000 sounded like a lot of money to me. You know, to be able to write invoices for well more than twice that, 3 times that. Oh, it's an incredible feeling, and it just makes you want it more.
If you're going to give these guys a takeaway from this, what do you want to tell them?
You could do anything that you put your mind to. It's all about how bad you want to be successful at the end of the day.
That's dead on. I don't have much to add to it. Do you have anything else you want to add to that message, Greg?
No.
25
Just follow
years
your heart,
old.
follow your dreams.
25 years old, and you built it in 2 years, dude.
Less than that.
Did it help last year when we met, when we talked?
Oh, absolutely, absolutely. We talked about where I should go for my first machine. That was one of my first questions to you.
I remember that.
I'm
We
trying to
walked through here.
Yeah, and you know what? You said, hey, listen, what dealers do you have by you? Where would you want to get service done for your equipment? Okay, I said, I was thinking about that thing about Kubota. You're like, oh, well, do you have Kubota? I'm like, it's going to be a little hard to get your like parts and whatnot. So Bobcat's out by me, or a cat. You're like, okay. We talked about that. I purchased a brand new Bobcat this year.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. So, good. Well, good.
Within a matter of 4 months, I bought a brand new F250 Platinum. I bought a construction van to expand my carpentry business. I bought a Bobcat. I bought a leaf loader for my truck loader for my vehicle.
So now we got to have a really rough, tough conversation, and that is, are you running your business this year, or are you running your business 3 years from now? Okay?
Oh, this is a long-term investment.
So what I really want you to do is, so when I'm actually operating my business at this point in time, I'm actually running it for today, but I'm prepping it
For the future.
for years
Absolutely.
down the road. And here's something that not a lot of guys know about yet, and this is gonna, some of these guys are gonna agree, some of them are gonna disagree with me, but there is a recession coming. There is a recession coming because I get a chance to talk to some of the big equipment manufacturers.
Absolutely.
And one of them, he's like the owner of like one of the biggest equipment manufacturers. And he said, Stan, there's a recession coming, and I don't know if it's going to happen in 2 months. These were his words to me 2 weeks ago. He said, I don't know if it's in 2 months or if it's going to be in 2 years, but it's coming.
And you know what? You have to prepare for the future. I'll tell you this right now. People thought I was crazy. Why? I bought my machines and I bought my equipment outright. Okay? And they're like, oh, you should be building credit. You should be building credit.
No,
you should be
that's
building credit.
perfect.
No, because what he just said about there might be a recession coming.
Yeah.
What happens if a recession comes? Okay? The market plummets, okay,
Yep.
for your business, and then you're stuck with paying all of these high interest loans.
Yep.
Okay, they're like, oh, you have to build credit, Well, yeah, but gradually build credit. You're not just going to go dump all of your stuff into, opening up a massive line of credit, and then recession comes, and then you have no, your income just plummets, and then what? You're stuck with all these loans.
So yes, so you're growing. So part of the thing that I want to talk about is the actual proof of the recession. So you're growing astronomically, and I want to caution you, you're growing the right way. So if you're not leveraging and putting a lot of credit out there, making payments that you'll have to continue to make
Absolutely.
while the market crashes, because when the market dives,
Exactly.
the prices of jobs dive, and people that have a lot of overhead, a lot of new payments that they got to make, often are the ones that go out of business. They're the first
Absolutely.
ones out.
It comes in quick, it goes out quicker.
Yes, it does. So, and Gary Vaynerchuk, we're going to argue and talk
absolutely.
about recessions. Gary Vaynerchuk said it in between the lines. I read an interview or listened to an interview where he talks about the recession. He's talking about entrepreneurship, but he talks about the recession in a way that makes it just matter of fact. here's what's going to happen in 3 years. He's like, when the recession hits or something along those lines, or when the market crashes in the next 3 years. And I'm just like, red flag, red flag. Everywhere I see are these red flags. And so these guys, you did a massive amount of investing, but you invested where you own all of the equipment outright, so you're not stuck with payments during the lulls. That's an important thing. If you guys have recently purchased the equipment, I'm going to recommend you look at preparing for the next few years that are coming by eliminating equipment that's either got a lot of overhead now while you can still recoup all of your costs, and then reinvesting into equipment that's 100% paid for, or
Absolutely.
or is paid for in a way that when the market does take a nosedive, you still have equity in the equipment even in the worst market. That's really what you want.
That's the mindset of an entrepreneur.
That's really what you want, is you want to have equity in the equipment even in the worst potential market, so that anytime you can get out of the equipment, you can still make a profit even when everybody else is trying to get out of their equipment and they're losing money on it.
Absolutely.
You're making money. In fact, a lot of guys make more money in a recession than they make in a boom era. Like right now, guys, here's the fact. If you can't make money now, today, in this economy, then you're not going to be able to make money when the economy takes a nosedive, right? This is the easy time of the year to make money. It's easy. Jobs are plentiful. People are willing to spend money. The average consumer that's out there right now is forking out the dough, and there's not enough of us to provide service, so our prices go way high. Now, as soon as you get this recession coming in, everybody starts getting hungry and they start dropping their prices down, right?
Exactly.
And what happens is they're pricing themselves out of the market. They're only hurting themselves and putting themselves out of business, but they start to panic. And so if guys are prepared before the panic ensues, they can leverage themselves or put themselves into a spot so when the market takes a dive, they're in a premium position to actually pick up everybody else's equipment and make money off from the losses that everybody else is experiencing during the recession.
Just like we have to prepare to grow, we have to prepare just as well as the plumbing, okay?
Yes.
It happens quick, it happens quick.
Yes.
You gotta prepare for the future.
Yes, that is a key element, you guys. It's not, this business doesn't run itself for this year. Don't run your business for this year. Run your business for the potential of what will happen
Years down the line.
I go 5 years. I always look at it 5 years and go, where are we going to be at from now to 5 years, and what is the market going to do, and where am I at each stage of that game? Because when you're there, you're 5 years ahead of your competition.
Absolutely.
Which is living in the here and now. They're living hand to mouth. So, all right, dude, Greg. Guys, this is great.
Pleasure
Where
to
can
see
they
you
find
guys.
you? Where can they find you?
I'm based out of Huntington Station, Long Island, New York.
Do you have a YouTube, Instagram channel?
I do have an Instagram, yes. It's _GALLAGHERRR. Okay, my stories every single day is a day in the life of a general contractor.
God bless you guys. Let's make this thing happen for you next. Go get them.